Hello everyone, welcome back to MEP Made Simple. In the previous video, we designed a gasket in AutoCAD using 2D drafting only. But in today's video, we'll be stepping things up by designing a metal cabinet in AutoCAD, starting from 2D drawings and then converting it into a 3D model. This step-by-step tutorial is beginner friendly and will help you understand 2D drafting and 3D modeling. Let's get started. So this is the metal cabinet I'm going to be redesigning. So let's start. First thing first, if you are new to AutoCAD, your workspace is probably in 2D. This is a 2D workspace. These are all 2D. This is 2D workspace. If you want to change your 2D workspace to a 3D workspace, you come down here. This arrow down, then you change to 3D modeling. So once you've done that, it will change the workspace to a 3D workspace. Now, before I start, you guys to understand something. I want you to understand view and coordinates. Now, in view, we're talking about the workspace. View only changes the workspace area. It will, if you change the view to top, to make this workspace like to show the top. If you make it bottom, to show the bottom of the workspace. Okay, let me make something. Let me do something right now so you guys can understand better. Let me keep the view at this. So you guys can understand better. Let me do this. So now basically what this view is all about is it flips the drawing to what you want it to be, and it also changes the drawing to a 3D space. It will change the drawing to 3D. Now let me do this. I've not yet started. Let me just show you something. Now view. If you want to see the top view of this, click on top. It will show the top view. If we click on the bottom, it will show. You see how it flipped? It shows the bottom view. If we keep doing it for others, show the left, to show the right, show the front. See what the view is talking about. It flips the workspace to your preferred view. But now when we are saying coordinates, these coordinates, let me show you something. So for coordinates, before I go to coordinates, I would advise you always keep your view at this, because it will show a partial view. To show you the front elevation, the top elevation, and the side view. So normally just keep your view at this. You get what I mean when I start the design. So now for this top, for these coordinates rather, we're having the top, bottom, left, right, front, back coordinates. They only work for the draw tools. I don't know if you get, but let me show you an example. Now the coordinate is on top. Let me draw this. Now you see it only affected the line. It only affected the draw tool. It didn't affect the view, only the draw tool. It kept it at the top. Now we show stop, right? Top. Now let's change it to left, and let's draw something now. Can you see? There is a difference between the top and the left view and the left coordinate. Now, basically what I'm saying is the view affects the workspace while the coordinate affects the draw tool. So this is the metal cabinet we are going to be redesigning. So yeah, we make sure this is always here, then this to the right, then let's start. Make a rectangle. The rectangle is joined together. We are going to explode, then click on it, then enter, explode. Now, yeah, each lines are individual now. The reason why I exploded is so that it will be easy for us to sweep. So after this, let's sweep. First thing, we'll draw a circle front. We'll draw a circle front to the front of this. The circle will look like this. Let's make the circle point 3, then enter. Okay. Let's make the circle bigger. Let's make the circle 3. Circle, then 3, click enter. So after that, we are going to sweep. On your keyboard, you can just type sweep, or you come to solid here. You come to solid, then sweep. You select object to sweep, then you click on enter, then you select parts, then it will be solid. It will be solid. If yours is not solid, that means it's on this. That means it's on 2D wireframe. You have to come here to change it to shades of gray to make it solid. Now we will repeat the same thing for this one, for this other line, but we want the circle this time to be top. Then you come to circle, you come here. Make sure when you are coming here, this place still stays on top. Make sure it's still on top. The reason why it's changing is because it is choosing this, it is highlighting this circle. It thinks we want to work with this circle. So to make it easier for you to work on, change this back to 2D wireframe, then circle, then you come here. You see it's still showing top. Then let's make it 3. Okay. After doing that, what do we do next? We sweep. Now your keyboard sweep, then enter. Then you click on object you want to sweep, then enter. You click on the part, then enter. Are done with that. So if we change this to shades of gray, you can see the solid line. So once we are done with that, we are not yet done. We need to shift the circle to this end there, so it will look like 2 joined rods, something like this, something like this. So let's do that. To do that, we are going to use press pull. You come here, you click on press pull, and you click the surface, then you bring it down here. Let's just drop it here. The reason why it went back was because of that snapping that was occurring. When you press pull and you click on the surface, you can see those green stuff, that snap. The snap is on. But if you want to make sure that all of this is clicked, you don't want the snap to like distract you or anything, you can turn it off so that you can just snap to where you want it to be. Once the snap is on, it will choose the midpoint or the center of any of the circles, then it will snap to that place. But if you don't want that to distract you or to spoil your drawing, you can turn it off, then you drop it here, then escape. When you are done with that, you check the other parts. Okay, I think that's okay. So what we are going to be doing next now is we are going to be copying this. Instead of doing it again here and doing it again here, you can just easily recopy. You can just easily copy. Then click on this rod, you right click, then copy. Then you click on it, then you bring it down in here. That's okay. You do the same thing for this other side. Let's remove this. Erase. I think there's also one here. Let's remove the solid. Let's put it to 2D wireframe so we can see the other line. So this one, I forgot, we should have removed it. Erase. Then let's bring it back to solid. So once you are done with that, you want to also copy this one. You come here, then copy, then you move it. Let's drop it here, then you escape. So let's check if we need to make any amend or anything. Let's turn it to the other side to see if there's any amendment to be done. Okay, let's use press pull here. Click on it, then draw outside, then left click, then you escape. Let's check the down parts. Maybe we need to press pull or anything. Okay, I think the down part is okay. So let's go back to this. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to join all these together. But in AutoCAD, you can only use the command join for normal lines, like all this kind of line. You can only use the command join for this kind of line. But when it comes to solid line like this, when it comes to lines solid like rods like this, and you want to join all of them together, you are going to use union. The only difference between union and join is join use it in 2D, union use it in 3D. So select objects, you can just highlight everything and you click enter. Then we've joined this line together, we've joined them together. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to copy. We want to make another one. We want to copy to this side, like something like this. This is what we want to do. So you come here, so you click on it, then copy. Make sure this is turned on, or else you find it difficult to copy. So just make sure this is turned on so that you copy very well. You can see it's fixed. You can see that yellow line. Is it yellow or brown? You can see that line. It is fixed. And you can just drop here. If we turn this off now, it won't be fixed. So it won't align with the one we copy from, and it won't make the box. You get what I mean? So just turn it on, then you escape. So after doing that, we are going to join this and this together. Use line. You can turn this on now, so it can mark one of the centers for us to use. Okay, let's use this. Okay. So when you've done that, I suggest you turn this off, put it to 2D wireframe, so that you can see all the lines and not make mistake. And this is the line we just made. This is the line. Now I want to make circle. so that we can now sweep it. To do that, you come here, you change to right, then you take circle, then you make it. You can see that this thing has changed. Make sure it doesn't change. Then let's repeat that. Circle, circle, just this up, circle, circle. Then let's make it 3. Enter. Make sure this is always on right. Make sure it's there. Then you sweep on your keyboard. Sweep. Then you pick the circle. You click on enter. Then path. After doing that, you check. Pick shades of gray. Then we'll turn it back to the so we can see. So we need to like shift it inside to do that. Just click on it. Then you move. Okay, I think this is better. Okay. Then what we are going to do next is we are going to copy this to all the sides. So copy, copy. Let's drop it here. For us to be able to copy to this side, we press here. Since copy. But for us to bring it here, since this place is not like 90-degree, either vertically or horizontally, you have to turn it off here. So you can move the rod anywhere. This will fix the rod to this side and this side. But once you turn it off, you can move it anywhere you want to. Let me drop it here. Then escape. Okay. So once we are done with that, we want to make this nest. We are going to make this other one. Let's copy. Let's make the other one. Okay. I'm going to copy this. Copy. And just a little bit. Let's turn this on so it will be fixed. Need a little. I think that's better. So designing now is the hinge. We'll be designing this, the hinge. So let's get back to the drawing. To design the hinge, we are going to first delete this. I'm going to delete these two, and we are going to make another one. The reason why we deleted those two is because if you remember in the beginning of this video, we were using press pull to extend the length of the rod. In doing so, we've removed the center, we've removed the circle that should be on top. Let me show you. So in us doing that, in us press pulling, we remove the circle on top. So that is why I'm going to be deleting that. That's why I'll be deleting this. And I'll tell you why we need the circle later, but let's continue. So when we are done deleting that, we'll make another one. Line, we'll pick the center. Let's pick this place. Then we'll attach it to the one under. Then we'll attach it to this one. Okay. Then we'll now we are making the rod again. So after making the line, we'll draw a circle and before we draw that circle we change this to top or bottom, anyone. So circle, then you come here, this is where the line stopped, then you make your circle. The length of the circle is, the radius of the circle rather is 3, I guess 3. Okay, so now we sweep. Let me turn this off, let me put it to this so I can see what I'm doing. So for us to sweep, we'll press sweep on our keyboard, then select object to sweep, then select objects, sorry, again sweep. You select object to sweep, then you press enter, then you select path, then enter. Once that is done, you can return this to shades of gray to see if it is done correctly. Okay, then we can now copy this to the other side. Copy. I'll just copy this here. Okay, then you escape. Then let's see if there's any adjustment we need to do here on that part. We just want to increase this length so it will just meet with this one. So press pull this to this, then you can now delete this one. So let's look at the upper side and the other side. If there's any adjustment, I think we can leave this other side like this. We can leave that like that way. So when you are done with that, now the thing we want to do now is the hinge. Let's come and do the hinge. Let's do the hinge together. We want to do the hinge. Now we can make a square. Let's make the square, let's make it 5. Let's make the length and breadth 5. Then you join, then you escape. After doing that, you can extrude, enter, then you extrude either upward or downward. But before we extrude, let's make a circle inside the middle circle. Let's make the radius, what should make the radius? Let's make the radius, let's make it 4. I'm sorry, let's do that again. Circle, find the mid of this circle. Now make it, let's make it this. Let's just make it this instead of 4. So after doing that, you extrude. Let's extrude. We are going to be extruding. Let's join this first before we extrude. Let's join together so it won't confuse us. So join together, you on your keyboard type join, then you select objects you want to join, then you click on enter. Then we've successfully joined this. Then now we can extrude easily. Enter, then extrude. After extruding, we want to make a hole in this. We want to make this place hole. For us to make this place a hole, we are going to still press pull. Click on press pull. Then you click on the object, drag downward, then you click on enter. Then now we have a hole. after us doing this, we can now bring this hinge here. We can bring it here now. To do that, we are going to highlight everything, then right click, move, then pick the center of this circle, then you move here. So for us to move freely, let's change this to this, then pick the center. So thing now is it is too small. The hinge is too small. You can make it bigger. Let's design another one. Make it bigger. We can either design another one, or we can just scale this. You just highlight it and press scale on your keyboard. Then you can make it bigger that way by scaling. Then you can move it back there. Then you come here to that center mid. Center should be somewhere here. Then you drag down. Or so you guys can understand what I'm trying to do. We made a new circle here so that we can find the center of this rod. So we can drag this hinge to the center. That's exactly what I did. You highlight this, you copy or you move, you pick the center here, and you come here, you find the center here, then you just drag without doing anything. Just drag it down and you leave it there. So that's the main reason I said we are going to delete this, so we can find another circle on top, so center will be there. Previously, you can see this one, there is no center there. That is why I asked us to like delete the previous rod that was there and make a new one, so we can find another circle on top for us to get the center similar to the center of the hinge. So yeah, that's it. Let's put it back to shades of gray. Meet this one. For us to make it meet, you just use press pull. You click on the surface that you want to press pull. The surface you want to press pull is this. Let's do that again. Press pull. Click this one and you join it here. You click the other side too. Join it with this. Then you escape. So after that, let's see if there's anything we need to be doing. Yes, you can just duplicate like it was done here. You can just duplicate it. You can just duplicate or copy, then make a duplicate of it to this down part. You turn this one on so that it will be fixed. Then you escape. Let's make these straight lines. And for us to make that straight line, we can just copy this one. You can just bring this copy. Once you've selected copy, then copy it down. Let's drop it here. Ctrl Z. Let's drop it here and there. Then escape. To make this hinge here, this is what we are going to do. Firstly, we'll make a straight line. Let's make it right. Make a straight line, fixed. Make a straight line, a very small straight line. Then you can copy it and bring it down a bit. Is enough. Then we want to sweep. Before we sweep, we are going to fillet. We're going to fillet these two to make the curve. So once the curve is made, it's too big, we can reduce this. We can just reduce it. So we can just leave it at here. Let's just reduce it. Midpoint. And we can also reduce this one too. I feel like it is still too big. Let's turn off this snap so we can just reduce it to our choice without it picking. Let's reduce it to this level. Let's reduce this one to that same level. Then you click on escape. Once you are done with that, we want to sweep this, and for us to do that, come here. I think it's still right, and circle. Let's turn this back on. Okay, I guess it is not right. Front. Then you pick this. Let's make it points. Let's make it points. Let's try 0.8, maybe 0.8. Then we are going to sweep. On your keyboard, you can just type sweep. Then you pick this one. You click on enter. Then this. Oh, the reason why it didn't do everything. The reason why I just did halfway is because we didn't join the curve. So let's join the curve with the line. We didn't join this curve with the line, but once we join them, it will just pick it once and sweep everything together. Sweep. Then you pick this one, click on enter, then you pick this. Then we are done with that. Then the next thing we are going to do now is I'm going to move it. Let's move. Let us pick here. Then you move it to this part. You must make sure pick something from here so that the curve can stay on the rod. You have to pick something from the rod. Let's just pick this and join. Okay, pick this. Okay, let's pick this and join. So so after turning, we are now going to copy this to this other part. Copy. To this place. Then you click on escape. So that's it for today's lesson. If this video was helpful, please like the video and share it with a friend.
Don't forget to subscribe to MEP Made Simple so you don't miss out on my next lesson. Thanks for watching.